every year, but they do get a jacket. This was my only jacket.
I'm like, damn, I didn't know it was going to be a navy blue jacket. I need that.
Yeah, that was my elite jacket in 2014 when I hit it. Okay, so we're recording. Awesome. So I went to training last night with Doug Moss, and he is like the Western Regional Manager, not the manager, whatever the top one is called, like manager and then thing and then the other one. So he's the Western Regional Director, I think it's called. I don't know. And I wasn't really going to go for elite this year. I wasn't even going to kind of put it on my radar because it kind of made me crazy. I told you guys, it made me crazy when I went for it. And I was like tracking crazy and it made me crazy and it made me pushy and I didn't like it. So I was like, no, let me not kind of go for it. Let me do the activities and then hopefully it'll come at the end. So then I went to training last night and I'm like, they changed the program a lot, which I don't know why I didn't realize. Maybe I didn't really like go, I don't know. I didn't realize that how much they changed it this year. So I'm like, you know what? I can do it. It's not going to make me crazy. So I wanted to share what I learned from you guys. Oh, let me grab my notebook 1 second.
Nice to see you again, Trisha.
You two were on a roll, Alicia. We're on a roll.
And I saw you yesterday on that Elite Talk too. But
Yes, I was on. I was glad to be on. I thought that I get very weirded out with numbers.
yeah.
So I zoned out a little bit. But after hearing him speak, and I assume Ashley's going to go over it, absolutely doable.
Who spoke?
We're in a Northeast Diamond group, and Jeff Matheson spoke to us yesterday about Elite and about, how it works. So
did he go over all the slides and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. So that's what I went to yesterday.
Yeah. I thought it was good. I thought it was good.
I wanted to share with you guys because it made me crazy, but the way he spoke about it, it was just, it's basically 2 coaches a month, 2 customers a month, and then, you have to get your diamonds. You know what I mean? So you have to build your diamonds, and then to get the points, it's just 2 customers a month and 2 coaches a month. And those 2 new coaches hitting Success Club. So I was like, oh, this is...
You even simplified it a little bit more.
Yeah, so I have all the slides, and I have the tracker. I'm gonna scan it and put it in our group so you guys can have it. So it's the elite goal guide. So it literally breaks it down where you have to fill it in.
Yeah.
So it's and I'm gonna go over all the activities and they give us the minimum and maximum amount of numbers, but it's really, this is it filled out, and these are the numbers I'm gonna go over with you in the slides. But it's way easier. They changed it this year because it got when I was doing it, and the reason that made me crazy, it was because it was signing up coaches and having your coaches hit Success Club. That's the only way you're going to be elite. And that's where we kind of got into this craze where it was signing up coaches and having them hit Success Club, signing up coaches. And then that's how we got so business driven and numbers driven and not customer driven. So they added the customer point to it to get.
And the leader.
Right. So that's another thing. So they added the customer PV the same way you get your new PV from your 2017 coaches. They're 500 PV, and you get your 2017 customers. You get their PV to get 1 elite point too, which I thought was so good because they changed the maximum numbers. It used to be a max of 61 in each category, so they lowered the numbers to 50. So if somebody signs up coaches and has them hit Success Club, the most points they're going to get is 50 anyway. The other 50 have to come from customers. So it's such a more balanced thing where it's not so business driven. It's more helping people driven. And it's you have to do half coaches and half customers. So I felt oh my God, it's so much better. And I feel I don't have to focus so much on the business side. I can still help people and get those people. And you know what I mean? So I told them last time, I feel so much more well-rounded. It's not just sign coaches. Because there was no incentive to me to ever keep a person as a customer. Because I was I'm going to sign them up as a coach and then they're going to help me get elite points. So why would I keep them as a customer? like, yes, I lose that $30 commission for the Shakeology, but I'd rather get the elite points. Now that you can have a customer category, it incentivizes you to have your customers. So I thought that was so awesome. Okay, so let me go over the slides real quick. Screen share. Okay, so he started with, going over Team Cup and all of the, like, the stuff that's going on in the company. And he said something too, it made me, he broke it down so clear. He just said, learn, plan, execute, and repeat. And that's kind of the steps that we're going to do to get to elite. And then he said, you have your 2 hats in this business. You have your coach hat and your CEO hat. And right now I'm going to talk to your CEO hat. And he said, open your mind to it. Give yourself permission to do it. It's okay to want to have goals for your business. It's okay to have goals that you want to stick to and help your coaches stick to. But he said, don't feel guilty for having a goal of elite, which that's what happened to me. Is it was when I was hitting elite, it was just like, it was all about me. And I was like, oh, I really don't like this. But he said, it's okay. This is a business. You want to make money. It's okay to want to have goals and want to have, make an income for your family. It's okay to want to have those things. So I was like, okay, I feel better about that. And then he said, the 2 different plans, the compensation plan and the recognition plan. And the recognition plan is to drive the compensation plan. That's the reason they have it. And he also gave us a great composition plan handout that I can share with you guys. And it just, you guys know, it breaks it down, the 4 different ways you can make income and all that stuff, but it's just a nice, easy document that I'm going to share with you guys too. But he said the reason we have the recognition plan is to drive the compensation plan. So these are just the 4 different ways that you can make money. Challenge packs, team cycle bonuses, matching bonuses, and the star diamond bonuses.
Hey, Ash,
Yeah.
just simply they have elite and leaderboards and stuff. That's what they're saying, correct?
Right. So the leaderboards and the recognition plan is to reward how you're doing with the compensation plan. It's they kind of go hand in hand to drive the compensation plan.
Right. Okay.
So, there was a slide before this that I didn't get, but it was so awesome because it was like, so this is like after you get to diamond. So what happens, he was saying, like, once you're running for diamond, it's like you're on offense and you're going and going and going, and the goal is diamond, like you get to that touchdown. And then all of a sudden you get to diamond and you switch to defense and you're like, I have this team, I'm going to help them build, I'm going to pour all of my time and energy into your team, and I'm just going to go, playing defense. And like, if some coach falls, it's my job to get that coach back up. Like, or if a coach quits, it's my coach to replace them. And you're always constantly on defense. Where he said, if you stay on offense the whole time and you just keep doing the same things that get you to diamond, but now you make a new goal of 2-star and you keep doing those same exact things over and over and over, you're going to keep going on offense. And that spoke, so that was like the slide before this. So it was like the same kind of thing, like running to diamond, which he went so fast I didn't get to take a picture of it. But this is after diamond. Now you have a goal to 2-star. And it just spoke so clearly to me because I did that. I hit diamond and then I went into what we call management mode. And I decided that I was going to manage all of the coaches I had and help them get to diamond instead of focusing on my own recruiting, my own business. I decided, well, I already got here. Here's the thing. Now I'm going to help them get there, and that's going to help me get to that. And that is wrong. You don't want to go into management mode. You don't want to go on defense. You want to stay on offense, and you want to keep going towards your next goal. So the same activities you do to get to diamond is the same activities that you're going to get to do to 2-star. You have to keep pouring into your own business rather than focusing all of your attention on your team. And this is just kind of the what the elite recognition gets you. The jacket, the best part of getting to elite or getting to 5-star is you don't have to wait online at the core at Summit, which is probably worth it in itself. The other thing is you get to go to leadership, which is a life-changing event because it's all the top leaders in the company. You just sit down and small. There's like 200 coaches that go or 250 coaches that go. And you just get to sit down and talk best practices. So that was the best thing for me getting to Elite and getting to go to leadership is those things. And the best part of it all is the diamond line that you get access to. Once you get 5-star, you get a special VIP line directly into Coach Relations, where I think there's like 12 like people who work there, and they handle all of your problems, so you don't have to deal with Coach Relations. So that was the best things for me to get to Elite. And then there's parties at leadership, there's parties on the Success Club trip, and then you also get a bonus, which is the top. You get a $100 bonus for every month at Success Club, and then if you're in the top 200 Elite, you get a $500 bonus, which is kind of like a car bonus. If you ever hear like other people talking about like, oh, we get a car bonus for our company, whatever, that's our car bonus thing. But instead of forcing you to buy a car, they just give you the cash. So this slide should have been before the other slide. But so this is what I'm talking about when I say stop focusing on your team and focus on your own business. This is how you should be spending all of your time as a coach. So as a new coach, you spend 100% of your time recruiting because you're going to Diamond. You have nothing. It's just you by yourself, and you're like, I got to get people. I got to get people to join my team. I got to grow this business. You're 100% focusing your time on recruiting. And then once you get to Diamond, you should be focusing 90% of your time on your own business and 10% of your time on your team. So if you have 60 minutes a day, you divide that by 90%, and that's what you should be spending on your business. You're inviting, you're reaching out, your follow-up, your challenge groups, everything that is going to drive your business forward, and 10% on supporting your team. And I think that is where the biggest shift happens is once we hit Diamond, we're like, oh my God, now I got to help all my coaches hit Diamond. I got to pour into them. I got to do trainings. I got to do team calls. You like pour into them, and you're like, well, I don't have any new coaches. I don't have anybody coming in because I'm pouring all of my time into my team. And then you wake up and you're like, well, what am I doing? Like, I don't have any new people. So that's what he actually started this slide because he started questioning the 15-star diamonds on where they spend most of their time. And they would say like 50% of my time is recruiting, 50% of the time on my team. And then he was asking all of the coaches, and once he got down to Diamond Coach, he was like, well, how do you spend most of your time? And they were like, well, most of my time is spent on my team. And so he's like, no, that can't be. It doesn't work that way. You have to do it the opposite way. So I thought that was such a huge eye-opener, a huge slide for me, is because you get so caught up in even getting to 2-star, 5-star, whatever. You get so caught up in, I have to help everybody else get there instead of showing the way, instead of being the leader. Because honestly, they're going to duplicate what they see you do, not what you tell them to do. So if you're not recruiting, if you're not welcoming new people into your team every single month, then they're not going to do the same. Like, I know Melanie is such a great example for that because she brings in new coaches all the time, and she hit Elite, and then her coaches hit Elite, and her coaches bring in coaches, and just this whole big ripple effect of, just like your kids, they do what you do, not what you say. So it's the same thing with us, is we really have to focus on our business first and then our team second, because you can spend all of your time, pulling them along, helping them along, and then you're stuck. And so I definitely don't want to do that this year. I'm definitely focusing on me and my business, and that's why I did the whole my whole board this year. Is I'm focusing on me going Diamond and me recruiting and me bringing customers in and me helping them through the challenge group. So I'm not really focusing on. Most of my time is focused on me. So and honestly, it's makes me feel better. It doesn't make me feel drained. It doesn't make me feel exhausted. It doesn't make me feel like, oh my God, I have to show up to another team call. We've been doing team calls on Monday nights for 3 months now, and I'm not like, oh my God, another Monday team call. Oh my God, because it gets to the point where you're like, oh my God, I'm just pulling my hair out because you're doing everything for everybody else and nothing for yourself. So at this point in my business, I just feel like excited again and passionate again to just do the things that I did to get to Diamond or get to 2-star, get to 5-star. To start doing those activities and focusing on those activities rather than focusing on my team. So I don't know about you guys, but that was like such like a relief to me to see the slide. I'm like, oh my God, okay. I don't feel selfish. I don't feel like pulling them along. I don't feel like, you know, because it can be draining, especially when people like say they want to do these things, but they don't want to do it, and then they don't show up to team calls, or they don't show up to trainings, and here you are just like putting out all of this content, all of this stuff, and like nobody's showing up. So you're just like, exhausted.
Ashley,
Yeah.
we didn't, our call was different. We didn't have any of these slides, so don't feel like this is new to me. So,
Okay.
so it's wonderful. So, don't feel like you have to speed talk. You can,
But do you feel like that too, Trish? Because I know you did that too once you got to Diamond, because you did a lot of stuff for your team. So do you feel differently?
Yeah, I feel in typical, I've always said I coach just like I do a wife and a mother. So I come last and my team and my family come first. It's very similar, and it's very hard. Okay, bring down your laundry. I'll do it for you because you're busy. And I feel the same, I coach the same way. You know, and I've created that nightmare in my team because my coaches, the majority of my coaches, I'm very blessed, are the original coaches. We're talking 3.5, 3 years. So shame on me. And I have 17-year-old boy, 14 and 11. Shame on me. It's the same. So it's very hard for me to switch that gear because this past year, especially, I added 2 or 3 coaches in 2016. Now one is Katie and one was Hina, very much working coaches, but that's it. And the year before was the complete opposite. You know, I worked towards, you know, so I don't know how to make that switch.
So what do you think the shift was from signing a lot of coaches to not signing a lot of coaches?
I felt like I had to become a leader. I felt like it was to lead instead of keep looking. I also was afraid, back to that stupid word, what happens when I do find more and more. I don't know what to do with them. I don't know how to lead them the right way. Yeah, a little bit of that. It was easy gaining my first people because they weren't doing anything other than just managing their business or their own fitness journey. So
right.
Part of it was fear of, and I mean this completely, like, this is a compliment to Katie. What would I do with another Katie? Like, I barely know how to have Katie. What happens when I have 2 or 3 or 5 of them? A lot of self-doubt and silly, I know.
No, it's not silly. So what do you think you want? What are you focusing on this year? Like, learn kind of from all that.
I'm still not 100% sure. Carrie asked me at Super Saturday if I wanted to go to Elite, and I said no, flat out no. And then I went home that night and I'm like, what's it all about? Of course you want to go Elite, but I have to remember to do what I love, what I enjoy, and what I'm passionate about, and I think that will get me to Elite. But I think the past 3 years failing at 2-star, at Premier, how in God's name am I going to get to Elite this year if I didn't get to there when I was hot and on fire? So self-doubt, fear. My boards are still blank. They're completely blank still.
I kind of feel like that too, but I think it is fear of being something you don't want to be. Because that's kind of how I felt too. I was just like, same thing. I had no intention of being Elite. I actually went to this Elite Contender or whatever thing it was called because the ticket sales were so low, and Doug Moss was flying in from Utah, and I felt bad for the Houston market, whatever, who put together the thing. And I was like, oh God, I live in Houston, I'm a 5-star diamond, like I need to go support. So I literally went just to be supportive of my community, not even have any intention of learning anything new, of even wanting a desire to be Elite, because Elite to me was so pushy and so sign up coaches and have them hit Success Club. It was so like robotic that I had no desire to do that this year. So when I went and learned that they recognized that as a company and made adjustments to that, it kind of made it level playing field.
Yeah. And
you don't
I agree with you. I do.
Recruiter. Like, so I'm really excited. Actually, next Friday, the elite report comes out. I'm really excited to see who the top, even the top 10 are, because they changed the program so much that it's not all based on signing up coaches and having them hit Success Club. So he brought up Brigida Linford. And she's one of Scotty Hobbs's, she's 50th Diamond coach. And he said she ends the year every year for, I think she's been a coach for like 5 years or 4 years, in between like 30 and 50, like rank wise. And he had a call with her and told her this new, how they changed the elite program. And she was like, oh my God, this makes it a level playing field, because she's not a strong recruiter, but she helps her coaches advance to, every time you help which I'll get to, but every time you help your coach advance to a new rank, you get 25 elite points.
That's sick right there. That's sick.
Right. So toward your rank, not towards your 135 points.
Right.
It's kind of split in two now. So she's like, I'm not a strong recruiter, because before it was just based on elite points. It was just Success Club and your personal special PD with no cap. That's how they did the numbers. So now they changed it to give you all these bonuses. So like Trisha, you go from 1 star to 2 star, then I get 25 elite points. Yeah. So you have your coaches go to 5 star. That's 125 elite ranking points that you're going to get. So it's such a level playing field. So when I learned all about this, I was like, okay, like I can do this. Like, and right now I'm only at 2 star. I have two of my diamond coaches quit. My second business center is Ruby, so I can technically be at 3 star. Jose's business center is not diamond either, so I can technically be at 4 star, but I still have to create 2 new diamonds, because in order to get to elite, you need 2 new diamonds. So I'm like right along with you. It's not that I have 5 stars to maintain. I have to get.
So we do this together. We do this together.
Yeah, exactly. So going last night to the event, what made me, honey, I need you to go in the other room. Here, how about this? You want my phone? Okay, perfect. Take my phone. Go.
Hi, Logan.
I know. He's like driving me nuts. Go lay on your bed. So it really made me realize that, okay, I can do this, because it is not like that rat race anymore. And that's what kind of turned me off. And I did it because I thought, like, okay, I have to do it. That's the kind of the goal. And that's kind of like the momentum that you said everybody was building and going towards. But seeing it, the big picture, I was like so turned off by it. So last night I was really eye-opening, and just hearing him, and I have all the slides where it breaks down, like you literally have to get 2 new coaches a month and 2 new customers a month, and you can have the 135 points. Like, so it's not like sign 3 to 5 coaches a month and have them hit success. It's not like that pressure anymore, which I really love. So then you talked about elite and premier. The only difference between elite and premier is elite, you can cap out in all of the categories to hit elite, and then premier, there is no cap out. So you can have all of your points in Success Club, all of your points in customer PV. You can have all of your points in any of the categories. ATV, there's no cap, but in order to hit elite, there's a cap on each one. So you have to have more of a balance in each category. As to premier, you don't have to have a balance. And then he also said, which was another great thing, is they've always treated premier like a fallback program, or kind of like a stepchild program to not hitting elite. And he said, we never pushed for premier. We never encouraged people to do it. And he said, we're losing so much in it, because there's so many people out there who work full time and don't have 3 hours a day to commit to it, but they have an hour a day, 2 hours a day. So why are we not pushing them in order to hit premier? Then we're pushing the people to go to hit 5 star. Like we're missing out on so much of that. So they're not treating premier like a stepchild anymore. It's going to be a thing that they push for and support you in. And if that is your goal, like they always say, like, okay, have a goal to to be elite, and then if you miss elite, you'll be premier, but they're not doing that anymore. So you can decide you have a goal to be elite, a goal to be premier, and it's perfectly fine to go after either of them, depending on what you want, depending on your circumstances, depending on your time frame, your commitment level, whatever you want to do. But you still have to create 2 new diamonds in both categories. So no matter what, it's February 1st. You have to create 2 new diamonds between now and November, like the mid of November, because you have to qualify in order to hit your new rank by December. So you have so many months. So, and then he also said too, getting to 5-star is basically finding 2 diamonds. So you have your business center that you're going to get to diamond. You have a spouse's business center that you could potentially get to diamond. Once you get to 2-star, you have a second business center that you open. You can get that to diamond. So you really need to find 2 new diamonds this year, because the other 3 you can control. So that was really eye-opening too. Like, okay, I don't really have to, you still have to do the work yourself, but that it's controllable to you.
Can you say that again? Because this is so completely new to me that I just need you to say that again.
No problem. So
I'm still wrapping my head around the other business center. Like, I still don't even get that. So
another business center is you signing yourself up again as a brand new coach.
Okay. But you can't do that until what?
Until you get to 2-star.
Gotcha.
So once you have 1 diamond on each leg, you get to sign up yourself again as a coach.
So for myself who has none,
right,
I need to get 2
yes,
in that right now.
Yes.
That's my number 1 step, correct?
So your diamond, your next step is to get to 2-star.
So I need 2 diamonds.
You need 1 on each leg, yes.
Get there. Great. Okay.
Yes.
Understood.
Yeah, so then once you get 2-star, there's a 6-week qualification period. So you have to hold, both of your diamonds have to hold diamond for 6 weeks. So once that is over, you send in a form and you sign up yourself again as a coach. Now, depending on where your coaches lay, where your legs are, kind of all that stuff, we can talk about it then, but you'll sign up yourself again as a second coach, and then you'll want to sign them up. Well, it depends on where they are, but if everything was aligned perfectly, you want to sign up your second business center underneath your spouse's weak leg. That is the best spot, because then you're building your spouse's weak leg, and then hopefully your spouse on your weak leg and is building your weak leg. So that's the ideal spot. If you don't have it set up like that, like mine isn't like that, Jose's on my strong leg, so I just put my second business center on the outside of my weak leg.
Okay.
So, but we can talk about that once you guys get closer to signing them up. But so that's the thing. So once you get the 2-star, you sign up yourself again. You yourself know how to get to diamond. So you're going to put your 8 new coaches in your second business center. Boom, there's your 3rd diamond.
That's that's perfect. That's exactly, I just need that's a great roadmap. That's what I need that.
Yes.
I'm having problem getting to diamond, but then now I need to figure out.
Potentially, if you have your spouse signed up, you signed up, and your second business center, that's potentially 3 diamonds right there.
Okay.
So then you still have to find 2 more diamonds.
Okay.
To get to yeah.
I never knew that.
So your second business center, does that count as a new diamond though?
Yes.
I never knew that.
Counts towards elite.
Yes. So, and then too, so when you get into the points, like the elite points, so your second business center itself won't count as a new coach. When they have like the new coach PD points or the new coach Success Cup points, because all of your stuff will roll up into your same business center. So you yourself won't count as a coach, but your coaches in your second business center will count for your elite points. Like, it doesn't matter which business center they're in. So say you sign up a Rockstar coach and they're in your second business center. All of their PV and all of their Success Cup points count towards your elite points. And then too, if you want to build your second business center, because then all of that volume rolls up to your first business center, then you're getting cycle bonuses, then you're making more money. Kind of the second business center is really where your income changes, because you have control over everything that goes in there, and you're getting paid twice on the same stuff. So you sell a Shakeology in your second business center, you're getting paid that $32 commission, whatever, and then you're getting a cycle bonuses in your first business center, so you're getting another $18 on top of that. So that's where your income will really start to change once you open that second business center. So getting diamond, and your next goal is 2-star. And then once you get diamond, you're not going to go into management mode where you're going to just, I'm going to make 2-star out of the people I have. You have to keep growing. You have to keep looking for that next rock star. You have to keep signing up coaches, doing challenge groups, doing sneak peeks, doing everything that you did to get to diamond, you still do the same activity to get to 2-star. Because the people that you start with in the beginning are not going to be the people you have at 5-star. So you have to keep going and keep bringing new people, because then your team is going to see that and they're going to get excited. They're like, oh my God, Alicia welcomed 3 new people this month. I need to welcome 3 new people this month. Oh my God, you see all these success club points. You see all your coaches on there. You're so excited. People want to be involved in things that are moving forward, that are excited, that are moving. And I know that I'm my best when I am committed and focused and passionate, and I share that, and that gets people in. When I don't show up or don't work out or don't do nothing, my business doesn't grow because they're in it because of me. They're not in it because of Beachbody or the product. So you just have to remember that all of your activities that you're doing, they're going to do those activities. They're not going to just do what you say or do what you preach or all that kind of stuff. Okay. And then, okay, so
that's actually really, really quick, silly question with the diamonds. I got a little confused yesterday. So I thought I heard through the grapevine that it used to be you had to be on December 31st, a 2-star diamond, 5-star diamond.
I have that slide in here.
Say it again?
I have that slide in here, right here.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Right, so they changed it. So when I hit elite, I had to have my 5 diamonds, all my points, everything locked in on December 31st. If you missed it, or whatever the last Wednesday is, I don't know if it was the 31st, because I remember New Year's Eve, I'm at church, I'm working the front desk, and I'm on my phone checking, making sure my back office, make sure this one active. So it's crazy, lunatic thing. And then what happened was people would hit it the week of Christmas, right? Everything's locked in, ready to go. The week before, 25th, locked in. Somebody falls out the next week. Boom, you miss elite. So that's what I'm saying. All these changes happen. Now they changed it that you have to be 5-star diamond in any of the 4 weeks in December. It could be December 6th. So your 5-star diamond, your 2 new diamonds that are in that 5-star diamond are diamond on December 6th. Boom, you hit it, you're elite, you can breathe the rest of the year. You can have till December, you can have any week in December, but you have to be 5-star diamond, and your 2 new coaches that you produced in 2017 have to be diamond on those days. So it's February, right? So say you go and you get 2 new diamonds by June, right? June, you're 2-star, 3-star diamond, you have your 2 new diamonds, you're on your track to elite. Those 2 diamonds that you hit fall out. If those 2 new diamonds don't get it back by December, you have to create 2 new diamonds. Whoever your new diamonds are this year have to be diamond in any of the 4 weeks in December. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? So they changed it. So that's what I'm saying. It's not this all or nothing kind of rat race. And I'm telling you, that whole entire night, I was in knots in my stomach, because you have to make sure everything's lined up. And if one person under your, Trisha's Emerald Coaches, something doesn't changes their order or it blows everything up out of proportion. So they're learning as they go. They've never been a network marketing company. So they're learning as they go. So that's why going to this training, I was like, okay, I can do this. So too, if you're brand new qualifying, whatever the week is in December, you have to start qualifying 6 weeks before that. So that is super stressful, that you're checking your back office every single day, every single Wednesday, you're making sure everything's fine. So that doesn't change. In order to rank advance to a new rank, you have to hold that qualification for 6 weeks. So that they didn't change, but that's okay. You can be stressed out for those little 6 weeks. And then just come December, it just has to be one week you have everything all in order. Okay. All right. So the basic activities of elite is you hitting Success Club every single month. That is non-negotiable. You have to be in Success Club every month in order for you to qualify for elite, because your personally sponsored coaches that hit Success Club, your points double if you're in Success Club. So that's number 1, non-negotiable. You recruit and sign new coaches each month. So you have to have a recruitment goal each month, at least 2 new coaches each month. And then that duplication. You hit Success Club and your new coaches hit Success Club. Those are the basic activities for Elite. So in these basic activities, this is where your points are going to come from. I should have did it the other way around first. Your CPV is your customer PV points. So that you're going to get from you hitting Success Club. You're going to have new customers hitting it. Your personally sponsored PV points. That comes from your personally sponsored own stuff that they buy, so their own Shakeology orders, and stuff that they sell to customers. That's going to give you 1 Elite point for every 500 PV that each coach has. So every month they're going to add up all of your 2016 and 2017 coaches. They're going to add up all of their PVs. So say you have 2 new coaches a month, they bought Shakeology or they bought a challenge pack, there's 180 PV each month, 180 PV each month, you're going to add that up. And then every time you hit 500, that's going to give you 1 Elite point. And then for every of your 2016 and 2017 coaches, every time they hit Success Club, you're going to get 1 point for them, each of them. And then if you're in Success Club, that point doubles. So these are all the basic activities for Elite, and that's why you have to have it all balanced. And that's how you hit the little Elite in the middle. And then Premier is the same exact activities, except there is no limit. There's no limit in, there's no cap on Success Club. There's no cap on recruitment, on PV, customer PV, anything. It could be any amount in any category. Okay, so I should have did these slides before those ones, but these are the requirements. So customer PV is, did I get the one where he lit it up? I did it. Okay. So customer PV, the max customer PV, for every 500 PV, you get 1 point. The maximum is 25 points. Personally sponsored PV, the maximum is 50 points. Success Club, 50 points. And accumulated team volume is HEV, that is every 10,000 over last year, you get 1 point. So they changed the numbers this way. Like last year, it used to be Success Club was 61 points. And so they changed it where now you basically have to get Success Club and personally sponsored PV. You have to max out in both of those categories. And then the other 35 can come from customer PV or ATV. You can kind of split whichever way it goes. You can have more customer PV and less ATV, or more ATV and less customer things. So basically, Success Club and personally sponsored PV is still kind of the heart of it all, but the other points have to come from the other things. So that's how they changed the categories this year. And then Premier, there's no cap on it. So you can get 135 points in any of the categories. And the ATV, you'll get your Elite report for the second Friday of every month. And that is your cumulative team volume is everything from you and then 3 levels down from you, all of their team volume. So they basically add it up, and whatever so say you have 40,000 in the end of last year, as soon as you hit 50,000, you'll get 1 point. 60,000, you'll get 2 points. 70,000, you get 3 points. But if you're adding coaches, if you're adding customers, and you're doing all of those activities, the ATV kind of comes at the end. So you don't have to worry about ATV. You don't have to focus on it. There's really no way you can calculate it. They just send you the report at the end of the month. But it's just, if you do the other activities, that ATV will come naturally. Are you guys good? Did I lose anybody? Okay. And then these are the rank. Okay, so this is the Elite Goal Guide, which I'll update for you guys. So this is Success Club points. So you have to have 2016, 2017 coaches in Success Club. So January is already over. So maybe you had 1 coach in Success Club plus you. That gives you 2 Elite points. So this is basically the whole year of the minimum, not even the minimum, of what you kind of need to aim for in order to get enough points by December. So you can see it's only one month is August. So February and August, they did more coaches in Success Club because those are team cut months. But you can see it's only 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4. So it's not like you need 10 coaches a month in Success Club in order to get the 50 points. Even if you did this, what is on the paper, that is still giving you 62 points 62 elite points, and you already maxed out at 50. So so when I started seeing these numbers, I'm like, okay, I don't have to recruit 5 new coaches a month and have them all hit Success Club every single month and make myself crazy. But I can sign up 2 coaches a month and teach them how to hit Success Club. That is doable. That is attainable. That is not stressful. That is just expanding your business, bringing people in, having them go through a challenge group, bringing them in, having them great results, sign them up as coach. And 2, that's another thing that he brought up too, is once you sign up a new customer in 2017, you have them go through your challenge group. You're getting customer PV points from them ordering. Then they transition into coach. They're now getting their coach PV points. Then they start hitting Success Club. Then you start getting their Success Club points for you. So they still want that vital process to happen, and now they're just giving you elite points, aligning up with that process. So you don't have to rush into signing up people as coaches, and that's what I did. I never thought that keeping them as a customer would be beneficial, because I thought if I can teach you how to lose weight, if I can teach you how to build a business, if I can teach you how to make some income, if I can teach you how to get your Shakeology covered, then why am I going to keep you as a customer? But then I lost that customer support group. I lost that that people naturally going through the process and naturally being excited about it and naturally talking about it at work. It was always this business mindset that I always had, that I was thinking that everyone should be in. And now I know that it's not. People need to be a customer first. They need to go through a challenge group, to fall in love with us, and then they need to join us as a coach thing, like the funnel thing. You know, they chart your free group, then they start the challenge group, then they you know, do your sneak peek, and then they come into your coach group. So you want to let them go through that process. So now we are aligning the elite program with that process. Does that make sense? You guys good? You lost?
Yeah, no.
Good? Okay. So this is the Elite Success Club points in order to qualify for the year. And then this is Elite, the PV points. So the same thing. This is just getting those. This is 2 new coaches a month and their PV every single month. So their own Shakeology order is going to count to this, and anything that they sell to a customer is going to count towards this. So that's why that customer relationship is so important, because you need 50 points in this category. So if everyone is signing everyone up as coaches, they don't get the PV for that, because that PV, like, so I signed up Trisha, so I don't get Trisha's PV. Trisha's PV from her challenge pack goes to her. So if I'm signing every single person up as a coach, I'm not having any customer PV, because I'm not getting the PV, they're getting the PV. So that's not helping me. So this is everything that I sell at my Shakeology order, and everything I sell to a customer is going into this category. So every 500 gets you 1 elite point. So basically you need 2 of your personally sponsored 2017 coaches getting 500 PV a month. That's going to get you 78 points over the whole year, and again, you max out at 50. So this is very, very doable. So that's, again, what made me see this, and I'm like, oh my God, I can do this. It's not this crazy push. And then
Ashley, real quick.
Yeah.
Ash, real quick. So 2016, 2017, coaches and customers from previous, or at least the coaches don't count from 2014, 15?
No.
Okay, what about the customers from 2000?
Nope. It has to be
If I have a customer that refuses to switch to, they just don't, and they buy Shakeology for 2 years, no points from them.
Not unless they redo it with a new account.
Okay.
If they cancel their account, do it with a new email, yes.
You're talking 1 point. Okay.
Yes.
And the other thing that I learned about that is if they signed up with a free account, but they never purchased anything, if they signed up in 2013 and they didn't purchase, but they purchased this year, it still won't count.
It doesn't count. So that's another thing they brought up with the coaches started discussing, is if you run free groups and you have everybody sign up for a free membership to get into a free group, do not do that. Let them be in your free group. Do not sign up as a free customer. When they're ready to purchase, you have them sign up as a customer then with the free group, with the 30-day Beachbody on Demand, whatever, because then they're a 2017 customer.
Wow, now that's so different from what we were taught in the past. Like, get everybody an email.
Right,
Get
because customer retention, customer thing never came into play. And now we've realized we have 2 years of coach stories and no years of customer stories. So they don't want to do that anymore. They don't want to push that anymore. Yes, still do your free groups, make the connections, invites, our conversations, all that stuff. Just don't sign them up to link to you until they're ready to purchase.
Okay. If they are in there and they're ready to purchase, then you say, I need a new email.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. Carl talked about the big white binder, back in the end of summer or fall about wanting to.
Overall, as a company, and that's what they say. People, and like I was doing it wrong. So I was bringing in people, showing them my income, showing them what I did. This is what you can do. I can teach you how to do it. And they didn't do it. And they didn't hit those big goals and they felt like a failure and they quit. And I just feel like, oh my God, like I failed them. Like I gave you the promise. Like I showed you what is possible. Maybe you did the work, maybe you didn't do the work, but I showed you what is possible and then made you feel like a failure when you didn't hit it. So it's just like, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm not going to lead with the business. I'm not going to lead with this. I want you to fall in love with the process, the vital process. That's why it's so important. And then join me. And then I'll teach you everything. But to bring them in and tell them this is what you can happen, even though it can happen if you do it, it's just, so that's what happened overall as a company. That everyone did that because that's what we were told, and we were having all this great financial success and all this stuff was happening, and that's what we were sharing. That was we were bringing people into it. But when they didn't hit that, when they weren't making $1,000 a week, a year or 2 years into it, they're like, well, I'm a failure, so I'm just going to quit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that. Okay. So really it's the most recent people last year.
Yeah. And they changed the whole program. So they just had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
They just had to say,
I don't have a problem with that.
We're going to start. And
yep. And I also like the fact that now we truly are coaches.
Right.
We're taking that Jane Smith.
Yeah.
And working with her and seeing her feel her best and look great and love the product. And then now we're mentoring her into doing what I like it. I don't mind change. Okay.
I'm just a little bit confused about you just lost me a little bit at like the people and the years and stuff like that. Like points don't count if they were in a different year or that.
Well, towards elite. So if you had it, elite.
She signed in last year, 2016. So this is her year to hit.
So this is perfect because everyone that you signed up in 2016 will count for Success Club. The only things that won't count is your personally sponsored PV and your customer PV. That has to come from 2017 people.
Okay.
So
for example, like Julie, because I was looking at the last slide, Julie, she's probably the closest to being a diamond on my team. And she hit Success Club last month. So that would count. That's counting for me.
Okay, so this slide that you're looking at is for PV. The slide before this one is for Success Club. So Success Club is 2016 and 2017.
Okay.
And then PV, like the 500 PV, is just for new people this year, and the customer PV is for new customers this year.
Perfect. I can see that.
You're the perfect person to go for Premier or to go for Elite because everything is going to count.
Katie, this is the time. I had more Elite points in 2015 than I did last year.
Yeah.
That's normal.
So that's the same thing. Like I'm starting, and I only signed up like not a lot of coaches last year, like maybe 4, because I was not in it.
Yeah.
So only those 4 people would count. So I have to start all over from zero, where everyone that you signed up, every time that they're in Success Club, so your Success Club category will max out before everything else, because everyone that you have hitting Success Club will count. So Success Club for you, if you have 2 or 3 coaches hitting it plus you don't even have to think about that category. You just have to worry about their PV. So then you just have to worry about new people. You have to worry about new customers in 2017 and new coaches in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ashley, once we're through this, I'd like you, since it's just Katie on here, Katie has a boatload of coaches, solid. And she also has her husband and her mom. I want you to really think, and Katie and I have had this discussion before, whether she works on working that business, either one of those business centers.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Let me finish getting through this so we can record it, and then I'll stop recording and we'll talk about it, because he talked about that too, and when you should build other business centers beside yourself. He talked about that too.
I know that's a touchy subject. I understand that. And Katie's legit. Katie's by the books, as I am. We coach with integrity, so I want to make sure.
No, he's just saying, we'll get to it. Let me just finish this. Okay.
Yep.
So then category 4 is the elite ATV, and that's accumulated team volume. I talked about the 3 levels down. So you want to get at least 10 in here. So you want to be 100,000 more than you were last year. And that'll naturally come if you're doing all of the other steps that are naturally come. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to calculate it. He said once you come after Summit, then we'll see kind of where your activity is, where your number is, and then we can go from there. But between now and Summit, you don't even have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. You just do the other activities, and this will naturally come.
Okay.
So that, and then the elite ranking. So I talked about this a little bit in the beginning. So there's the elite, hitting the elite, and then the elite ranking, numbers 1 through whatever. This is what changed this year. For every coach that you personally sponsor, that you have them rank advanced between 1-star and 5-star. So say, Trisha, you go from 1-star to 3-star. I'll get points for you going 2-star and 3-star, even if you jump a thing. So if you have 2 diamonds on one leg, you get the 1 diamond on the other leg, and you go from 1-star to 3-star, I also get the points from everything that you jump. So this is really going to change the elite ranking system, like the elite 10, all the way to 200. Because now you have incentive of helping your coaches get past diamond. It's not just getting them to diamond, getting you to elite, and then doing your own thing. So you help your coaches progress past diamond, and then you get 25 points for every time your personally sponsored coach reaches team leader on the leadership ladder for the first time. So they go from business starter to team leader, boom, you get 25 points. So this is incentive on helping your coaches build their businesses further than just diamond, because before there was no incentive on helping them get, I mean, of course you want to help your coaches. I'm not saying you just get the diamond and lead them, but this makes it more invested in the ranking system. It can get more of an even playing field, that if you're not a strong recruiter, but you help your team advance and get to team leader and get to 2-star and open their second business center, that it makes it a level playing field for those people who recruit 35 coaches a month. So this made me super excited about Elite 2 and the ranking system. Not that the number ever means anything to me, but it just made it so much more of a level playing field.
Okay.
And this goes, did you say something?
I have a question on the 25 points before you. You're talking, so like last year I ended at 70 elite points. You're talking if Katie rank advanced to 1-star, that it's another 25 points on top of that?
Right, but that doesn't count for your 135 points. That'll count in your rank, whatever. Like if you were ranked number 135 in the company.
I was ranked like 900 and something.
Right, that'll give you 25 points to that side, and then you'll move up in the ranking system.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So these are like bonus points that don't count towards your 135, but make it a level playing field of the top 10 or the
so
top.
That's really a big deal for top 10, not for someone like me.
Well, if you're going for elite, you want to be in the top 200 of the company, because if you're in the top 200 of the company,
bonus.
you get a $500 bonus a month. So
$500 bonus a month at the top 200.
And
if you're in elite, you have a very good chance of trying to work that, correct?
Yes.
Well, so now everybody else is trying to work that too. Okay, because I think I was ranked at like 900 and something last year. I don't even know how to read that. I can't be reading that right, correct?
Where is that?
It's in your elite report that you get. It's in your back office under the
elite qualifications.
And it comes out the second Friday of every month.
But it actually says what number you are, like in the whole company?
Yes, it'll tell
I've
you.
been there before, but I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it should tell you.
Okay.
Stay on the top.
Thanks. Okay.
Yeah. And then to the last slide I have is just, he put together a slide of the income that you can make from signing up 3 customers with an All Access Challenge Pack. So the first month you make $210. The second month you make $268. The third month you make $327. And the fourth month you make $385. And it was like, I think $1,200 altogether in your first 4 months as a coach, just signing All Access Challenge Packs and keeping those people on Shakeology, just to kind of show kind of an income slide as to that, which I thought was super.
No-brainer. No-brainer.
Yeah, I think so. All right, so that's all I had from the.
Okay, I was glad I jumped on.
Yes.
It's very different than what it was yesterday. Yesterday was just numbers with, okay. You explained it to the person, not to the machine. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, okay, so hold on, here we go, stop share. All right, awesome, so let me stop recording.
Okay, doable. I don't know why I'm so worried about